Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Ravens. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by someone who has proved doubters wrong his entire career. MVP runner-up a season ago, Jalen Hurts.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
A good start. 1 play, 10 yards.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They go play action with Hurts. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jordan Brooks came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And the pressure gets to him again. David Onyemata providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession.
Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Watson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Watson on 3rd down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
We're just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 5.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, Watson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. To throw is Watson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
For the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3's in. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round of the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And a Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. David Onyemata. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And the Steelers 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
They'll set up to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. Back to throw again. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On 1st down, Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Tank Bigsby from 13 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Watson. He's got the hookup with Dobbs. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Watson off play action. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Asante Samuel on the coverage.
Throwing again is Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DeAndre Carter, 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have retaken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now the return, here comes Randall Cobb.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This one is Slayton over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Hurts. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. On 1st down, Watson. The tight end, Kittle, has it on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This will be complete to Mechie. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Now it's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Edwards diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this 1st half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Hurts sets up to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. 2nd down, here's Hurts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
To the sideline and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal and the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Watson now to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
On first down, it's Watson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the gun, here's Watson.
This ball caught by Mechie.
But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And the Steelers first down.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boye Mafe from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darius Slayton, 39 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Watson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the...
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Back to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards in the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A give, right side for Gibbs. Oh, what a move. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Watson. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2nd down and 3. Back to throw, Watson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now Watson. This one complete to Alec Pierce. For the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
and back to Gibbs on first down. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Cobb. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing is Hurts. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st down, Hurts. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Hurts to throw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now back to throw.
Going right side, he finds Slayton.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got his tight end. That's complete.
That's Howard. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's third down and goal from the 10-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Finds his man. Watson over the middle.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he's going to get his guys another first down. Back-to-back good runs to start the drive. This one 13 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Pierce in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Another run for Gibbs here. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 44-yard line.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season, Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here at